The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey, British Columbia. It'll only consist of a lot of puck talk and even more BS, or in actual words, banter and satire. Enjoy, and as always, go Canucks go.
Okay, I'm not completely over last year and us losing to Stuart Skinner and the Edmonton Oilers. That being said, my mind is clearly all over the place, okay? Like, again, does Draisitl become Mikko Rantenen if, again, we somehow beat one of the worst goalies in hockey? We got to talk about this in Manny Malhotra, okay?
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
People, we back doing this on a late Saturday night. Overthinking, overanalyzing, still being petty, but watching a ton of National Hockey League playoff action. Yes, that is the life of a Canucks fan, okay, who is trying to strengthen their relationship with hockey. Because you know what? We never make the playoffs. That doesn't mean I can't enjoy the best sport in the world being played at its highest potential. And I truly believe this year, okay, in 2025, it has truly been magical. And what do we just see, right? Our arch rival. I mean, that's a bit of an overstatement, right? Considering who we are and who they are. But the Oilers, okay, the Oilers lose with 0.4 seconds left on the clock after tying the game up with a couple minutes left. And here I am thinking about last May, okay? And our Canucks losing to that team in 7 games, and our Canucks losing the chance to obliterate that whole organization, okay? Who again was using Stuart Skinner, who cannot save the Oilers. And yeah, I know there were moments in that series against us where he was, quote unquote, dialed in, doing his thing. He got the Game 7 win, right? And pretty good against Dallas, and pretty good against Florida to get them to 7, right? Not the reason they lose Game 7. The Reinhart goal was kind of weak. All in all, though, we had a chance. To destroy the ego of that organization, right? Do they keep Leon Draisaitl if they don't make it to the Stanley Cup Finals last year and lose to the Canucks in 7 games? So close. How can I not think of these things? It's late on a Saturday night. I'm lonely. And Stuart Skinner, such a polarizing player in hockey right now, right? Returns to the lineup as the starter after Calvin Pickard is hurt and lets in a bad goal. Out of position. Doing too much. And yes, everything is so overanalyzed right now for, again, that guy, Stuart Skinner. Everything is his fault. But the proof is in the pudding. This guy's like Mike Smith. Not completely reliable. And goaltending, right? Such an odd position in the world of sport, especially in the world of hockey. You can go on a heater and do your thing and become magical. And again, we saw spurts of that last year for Stuart Skinner. But right now, he is just so a liability. And last year at times against the Canucks was that as well. And you got to think, right? What happens if Rick Tocchet could coach this team how to take more shots on net? Do they beat the Oilers? Probably. Hey, if Elias Patterson is like half the player he's supposed to be, they beat the Oilers. They killed that franchise. Possibly. Right? Does Leon Draisaitl sign ASAP? They don't. Again, that's crazy. If Demko's in the lineup, do they beat the Oilers? Hey, if Besser plays Game 7, do they beat the Oilers? And I'll just go back to this again. If Tocchet coaches better and they generate more offense against Stuart Skinner, they probably beat the Oilers. That's how much of a liability he seems to be to me right now and the rest of the league. And just more on that Draisaitl point. Again, this guy's so impressed by a Stanley Cup run. Here's Edmonton at its climax. Who doesn't fall in love with that as an athlete? Because Edmonton's loud. You got to give them credit. They cheer hard. It's the pop on TV is different. It's kind of like European soccer-esque. the old city of champions. Like there's something different there. Leon hears that, gets to June, signs the extension in September or whatever. He's there forever. And I just gotta start having this conversation again because it's so fascinating. The Canucks beat them. I feel as if he's so discouraged that he gives this year another shot before signing an extension. And boom, bam, before you know it. Before you know it, he doesn't sign before the trade deadline. And he's another Mikko Rantenen type player in a trade. Would have been something. And it didn't happen, right? The Oilers, the better team, absolutely dominated us in Game 6 and Game 7. I know we got close in Game 7, but just look at the micro data, the micro stats. We didn't really stand a chance. Some would say we choked, right? Ultimately, just overmatched. And, we couldn't see the end of that organization. But here I am, being petty, enjoying that that loss in Game 3, that 4-3 loss, courtesy of the Vegas Golden Knights against the Oilers. And I'm thinking a lot. Do I have to get over it? Possibly, but my hockey nerd philosophy, my life right now, revolving around the game, can't stop thinking about that outcome. And just considering how great the league is right now and how loaded it is with material, loaded it is with athleticism, loaded it is with just great game after great game after great game. Again, another moment today. Another moment today. 0.4 seconds left. Riley Smith. This guy was playing on the Rangers earlier. Reacquired by Vegas. Gets 2 goals today. An original misfit. And again, with 0.4 seconds left, doing that. Winning Game 3. There's so many moments. And moments and moments and moments and moments and moments happening within the greatest game on earth right now. As an NHL fan, it's truly a beautiful thing. And again, in a parallel universe, maybe Leon Draisitl gets traded at the deadline, just like, Rantenen did. And it's because the Canucks last year do mission possible, and that's beat Stuart Skinner. As a Canucks fan, again, did we just let that slip? Stuart Skinner. A liability. Mike Smith. We lost to that guy, yo. Elias Patterson. If Elias Patterson is half the player he is, man. If he finishes P90X. Yo, if he looks like Aaron Donald. Right? Where's the photo? If he looks like Aaron Donald. He's in tip-top shape. We beat the Oilers. All we have to do is beat Stuart Skinner, man. Mission possible. Next comment. This one comes from Mother Knucker, okay? He's saying, man, I'm trying to avoid the Patterson hate, but y'all keep bringing it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, again, when I see Stuart Skinner being so criticized and not, delivering and just being so irrational in net and breaking down with less than a second left, I'm like, yo, we could have beaten that guy. We could have. We had 2 cracks at it. We could have. Easier said than done because the Oilers are ultimately a better team. I get it, but, you know what I'm saying? What a sport. Yeah, before we get to more of the Patterson comments and the comments in general, I'm going to read a lot of comments and then we're going to sprinkle in some Manny Malhotra talk. I want you guys to tell me, like, am I stupid? Am I dumb? Am I delusional? Am I living in a recency bias state of mind? Am I tripping the puck out? Yo, the NHL and its product is so good right now. So much drama too. So much physicality. The refs suck, letting things go. How about the Nicholas Waugh, right? Scoring a goal today. He should have been suspended for a couple of days after assaulting a dude in Game 2. What sport is this? This is like UFC. And like, what's the sport involving karate and nunchucks, right? And hockey. Like, this is the craziest sport. And the athleticism, all-time high right now. The skating, the puck moving. The flow. I can't be the only one thinking. And again, my team sucks. The Canucks are just mediocre, lost in the abyss. We're about to hire an AHL coach. Last year, we're almost going to destroying the whole franchise, moving Edmonton, right, to Saskatoon. We're that close. Now we're hiring an AHL team, and here I am saying the game's never been better. Let me know in the comments or in the live chat. I just want to talk to somebody about it. Like, am I tripping? Is the NHL given peak product right now? What a sport. I think so. Anyways, let's shout out Bear Mattress. I'm going to get to a ton of your comments, and then also fill me in with your Manny Malhotra takes, because the more and more I read the news, Manny Malhotra is going to be the next head coach of the Vancouver Canucks, unless Bruce Cassidy gets fired by Vegas, okay? Right? Maybe it's a blessing that Abbotsford continues to play games so they don't have to make the announcement. It buys them some time, right? Who knows? But there's so much going on. And again, Manny Malhotra, the favorite to be the head coach, from Rick Tocchet to almost beating the Oilers to getting to Game 7 to Manny Malhotra all in 12 months. And here we are still shitting on the Oilers. Again, what does the B stand for in my name, KB? It stands for petty, okay? Petty. Where am I going with this? Bear Mattress, okay? We'll be right back in a few minutes.
An award-winning mattress can change your life. I speak from experience. It happened to me. After years of uncomfortable sleeps, I recently switched to Bear Mattress, and the results were instant. Bear Mattress is designed with a focus on recovery, cooling, and pressure relief to upgrade your sleep and improve your overall quality of life. I used to deal with night sweats, but Bear's best-in-class cooling ensures optimal temperature regulation, which prevents overheating and helps me stay comfortable all night long. Bear offers a wide variety of mattresses, but to get the right one for you, take their sleep quiz that matches you to your perfect mattress based on body type and sleep preferences. Go to bearmattress.com and use promo code LOCKEDONNHL at checkout to get 40% off site-wide. This offer is not available anywhere else. You have to use my promo code on the very last page of checkout to get this discount. That's bearmattress.com. Use my promo code LOCKEDONNHL to get 40% off site-wide. Bearmattress.com, promo code LOCKEDONNHL.
People, we back doing this on a late Saturday night, not talking to my girlfriend on the phone, not making a dinner, not saving money. I'm here talking about the Vancouver Canucks here at the Don't Doze Art Lab, and I'm still talking about last May. Some would say get a life. I would say, this is my life because I don't have a Stanley Cup in my life, okay? Forever just traumatized and holding on to moments, okay? If you really think about it, as a Canucks fan, Game 7, round 2. Look at the history. If you want to talk about the numbers, when you get to Game 7 and round 2, it's a big deal as a Canucks fan, okay? I hate to say it, but those things kind of stick with you, okay? And again, so much was on the line for the Oilers. If the Canucks beat the Oilers because they got Stewart, Skinner, and net, Draisitl doesn't sign an extension ASAP, possibly. He gets traded this year. And again, like, if the Oilers get bounced in the second round, quote unquote, again this year in this parallel universe of mine, does McDavid sign an extension this summer? Probably not. Like, so much was riding on that mid-May day. For real. Could have been May Day for the Oilers, but they did what they did. They made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, and that's impressive, man. That obviously makes it enough for great players to want to stay there. Great players want to win. And Draisitl and McDavid are great. I'm sorry, they're great. I hate them. They piss me off, made me more bald, right? Erectile dysfunction because of them? Yeah, because stress is a real killer, okay? Stress kills. but I'm not doubting them. Okay, I think they're actually going to beat the the Vegas Golden Knights in like 5 games. Even today, I just thought they were the better team, and yeah. I mean, if the Oilers signed Kevin Lankinen, where are they this year? Anywho, let's get to some comments. Brandon Robbins saying it feels like yesterday. I loved last year until the Game 7 loss. Yeah, that was sad. Calvin 999 saying the only playoffs I remember is 2011. I don't even look at last year. See, you're stronger, man. You only look at the real things, right? Getting to the Stanley Cup Finals, that's a real accomplishment. I would even say getting to the Final Four is like, that's something to hang your hat on. But round 2, it's kind of embarrassing bragging about a round 2 performance. Okay, let's be real and let's be honest. Next comment. Hangia saying it's a good time to be a hockey fan. And again, Hangia, I think I'm saying that right. We're Canucks fans over here, and we're saying that. We should be hating hockey. We should be depressed. We should be traumatized. I'm sorry, but this organization, all right? Dude, okay, this ain't show and tell, all right? And what did the Canucks tell us? They're the same old mediocre team. And what did they show us? They showed us a shit show, okay? All right? If I was blind with my eyes closed, I could see the skid marks after what happened this year. But here I am, loving the game. The product, the athleticism, the athletes, just doing their thing, and the game is growing. Like, I never thought this would happen. Straight up. I don't know. Like, I never thought there would be a chance that one day I could actually look at the sporting landscape in North America and be like, yo, the NHL actually might be the second biggest league in North America, just based on how much better of a product it is compared to the NBA. And I like the NBA, but I'm just, dude, game in and game out. Like, I feel like we're reaching a peak. It feels like a new sport. It feels like it's leveled up. Entertainment product, okay? There is something going on with that on-ice product that is, to me, must-see, especially in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And, yeah, as a hockey fan, it's a good time to be here, for real. Mother Knucker saying having peeps like Pat McAfee on the league, on the leagues, because they've been promoting it a lot, is huge for the growth with a younger college-sized audience, at least in the States. Yeah, Mother Knucker would know. Again, Mother Knucker, the resident American on the program. Do we have the button? Yeah, Mother Knucker. That guy, the American Insight, saying all the right things. And yeah, I can't believe we haven't talked about that yet. Mother Knucker, a big time fan of the show. He's been on like 4 or 5 times, practically the third co-host. And we've never asked him about the growth of the game on the streets in America. But yeah, Pat McAfee obviously helping it out. And just the product. Honestly speaking, outside of the Tkachuk brothers, I don't know how many of the hockey players themselves are really good at promoting themselves or just, being candid behind a microphone and being authentic. Obviously, there's Paul Bissonnette and whatnot. I don't know about the whole PK Subban thing. I'm not sold. I really am not sold yet. Okay, it is what it is. But thankfully, they have the on-ice product. And yeah, you need the intangibles. You need, like, the characteristics and the characters and the personality trait, but it'll come. The product itself has to be, the stand outish point of the whole thing. All that being said, have you guys seen the Magic Cut commercials on the Stanley Cup playoffs? Right? Have you? I think it's Cale Makar. Like, who wants to have the same haircut as Cale Makar? I'm sure there's people out there. It's cool. It's a really like a normal, simple, basic cut. But yeah. Again, look at Cale Makar's hair. Just you know what I'm trying to say? Okay, let's get a fade. Magic cut. Can you guys do fades? Where am I going with this? Okay, next the game. Okay, there's got to be a lot of growth there with the marketing, with the people, with the characters. Yeah, every team needs a Tkachuk, okay? Pangia asking this question, okay? Canuck related. You think Quinn would choose the Canucks over his brothers, or is he destined to go to New Jersey? Canucks fans would love him forever and probably retire his number if he chooses Vancouver over his brothers. I wrote about this, man. And this does tie in with their next coach hire, obviously. It's got to work. Whoever the coach is, they have to get to Patterson. They have to wake him up. They have to make Patterson look sexier than Quinn Hughes' brother. But no, what I meant to say, they have to like Patterson has to shine. He has to shine so bright. He has to look like he's one of the best players in the league. He has to look like he's 2 times better than Jack Hughes and 2 times better than Luke for next year, and its success to lead to an immediate Quinn Hughes extension. Because to me, if I'm Quinn Hughes and the team wins games, but Patterson's kind of like the same player or just slightly better, I'm not signing that extension next summer. I want to see if the team can win again, because he already experienced winning for one season, right? I think there's going to have to be a lot that needs to happen for Quinn to sign an extension next summer. Like we just talked about the whole Leon Draisitl thing. Like, does he sign that 8-year deal in the offseason or right before training camp, like 9 months ago, if the Oilers don't make the Stanley Cup Finals? Probably not. No, he doesn't. I guarantee it. He does not sign that extension. He doesn't. So if the Canucks, again, get to the second round next year or get to the first round, that's not enough to impress Quinn Hughes to get the pen wet, okay? This might be like a 20-month sample size that Quinn Hughes wants to partake in before he makes that big decision. But again, I do think, obviously, Patterson being shiny plays a huge toll in all this. But again, winning, success. Like, what if the Canucks over the next 2 years win a lot more than New Jersey? Right? I feel like Quinn Hughes loves winning more than he loves his brothers. What? Okay, honestly, Quinn Hughes, I'm sorry. This comment goes to Boomscoom saying, Kyle, you're talking like Patterson is going to be here next year. In my opinion, it's unlikely. I think he's traded this summer. Now, who knows, man? Look at Patrick Alvin just talking mad shit every single time he has a chance about Patterson. IMO, right? He is. So, people are putting 2 and 2 together and like, yeah, we're gonna trade him. They're gonna trade him. It's obvious. That's why I keep saying if Patterson doesn't look like Aaron Donald by June 27th, something's gonna give, okay? So again, we got to bring it up. Manny Malhotra, like, can he get to Patterson? Can he bring out the best in Elias Patterson? When you talk about the coaching styles, and I've tried to have this conversation with Trevor Beggs, and again, unless you're watching 80 Abbotsford Canucks games or however many games they play, like, do you know how this guy is with his X's and O's? I don't know. But there is a feeling that his communication skills are a lot better than Rick Tocchet's. For real. And obviously we've heard him talk more in the last couple of days. The only Canucks hockey we get is Abbotsford Canucks games, and you can kind of see it. Like, he is a lot more articulate, a lot more straight to the point, a lot more clean with his verbatim than Rick Tocchet is. Is that a sign that he can, be more fluid with his speeches to his players? Create flow within his players, be efficient with his rhetoric? I don't know. I hope so. But it's going to have to be a wait and see. But it's going to have to be a must for this team to make the next step for that guy. And Manny Malhotra, how many points did this guy have in his career? 200 points? 187 points? I don't know. But that guy is going to have to somehow unlock the offensive abilities for Elias Patterson. Because I'm telling you right now, we don't have JT Miller anymore. Straight up. We don't have JT Miller anymore. So you don't need Elias Patterson to just get better and be a better player defensively. We don't need this guy to be more engaged for 82 games defensively and just be overall a better player for us to say, okay, we got him back. We need this guy to be an outlier. We need this guy to be like Alexander Barkov. Because he can, right? That's why you triple down and you sign this guy for $11.6 million. Like, a coach has to come here and unlock that. Or, you know what? I got to take that back. It's not the coach's job. It's actually Patterson's job. But again, Patterson just has to come to work happier and ultimately be put in a place where he's able to listen to the guy in charge, because it's quite clear that he was not listening to Rick Tocchet. Again, look at what Rick Tocchet said at the end of the year press conference, okay? Talking about how he doesn't want to meet Patterson at the 50-yard line. He's going to have to come our way. Like, the fact that he said that to the media tells me that their exit meetings together didn't match up, okay? Patterson wanted to do one thing and Tocchet wanted to do the other. Like, they weren't listening to each other. Ultimately, Patterson wasn't listening to the head coach. And will he listen to Manny Malhotra? Bro. Think about that sentence and what we talked about in the beginning of the show. We're almost beat the Oilers. Now we're like, yo, for this team to survive, Elias Patterson needs to listen to Manny Malhotra. Can we say a prayer, Mac? And yeah, Boomscoom saying he's got to lock it himself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I put a lot of pressure on Manny Malhotra to unlock Elias Patterson. I'm telling you right now, 99.9% of that is on Elias Patterson. It is. Enough's enough, man. This is going to be your, what would it be, your third head coach? 1, 2, 3, fourth head coach. You're right. Okay? Boomscoom, you are right. I'll also say this other thing about Manny Malhotra, too. Like, we just don't know. We don't know how these things work, man. I said this on the last episode or 2 episodes ago, and I'm definitely getting softer to this for real. Now, again, I want Bruce Cassidy. I want the Oilers to spank the Vegas Golden Knights ASAP. Like, I know that sounds crazy coming from me, but yo, maybe that opens up the door for Bruce Cassidy to get fired, and we get that guy through the door. I think Quinn Hughes is the type of guy to line up with any type of coach. It doesn't matter how serious they are, because Quinn Hughes is just as serious, right? And let the rest take care of himself. I'm a big Bruce Cassidy guy. But even if we don't get him and we have to replace that idea with an AHL coach who's gotten Abbotsford to the 3rd round of the playoffs, I'm going to try my best to not be uber disappointed, right? Because we just don't know. Coaching is fickle. We talk about the whole goaltending thing too, right? Like, you just never know how it's going to work out. And if you really like lean into that narrative, then you have to tell yourself as an optimist, like, yo, it could work out. It could. Manny Malhotra, a likable guy. Manny Malhotra finding success year 1 as a head coach. That's something. That's something. That's not nothing. That's actually really, really good. Manny Malhotra finding all this fluidity and this consistency within his lineup, when in the second half of the season, the Abbotsford Canucks were sending a ton of players to the Canucks. Right? Abbotsford loses its number 1 defenseman in DPD, and they just keep the ball rolling. That's something. That again is not nothing. Speaking of which, look at this. Malhotra says, Dean Vancouver says Malhotra would get Patterson back to 100 points in no time. Yo, Dean, congratulations. You're the happiest guy in the world. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. Because you never know. I'm starting to believe. There's something else that Trevor said about Manny Malhotra. Because again, I'm trying to pick his brain. I'm trying to just. I'm not trying to lean on the whole nice guy thing and. He's great in the AHL. Like, this is the guy. We don't want to lose him next year. Like, what else can this guy bring? Okay. And apparently, Trevor Beggs is confident in Malhotra's sense for the game and his decision making. Okay. So what's that telling me? Is Trevor watching the Abbotsford Canucks games? Yes, he is. And like, is he seeing in-game adjustments that are just working more often than not? Is his decision making more efficient than Rick Tocchet's? Wait and see. But Manny Malhotra, a super smart player. a good two-way player, right? Maybe he has that eye for the game. For real. And this comment comes from KJ. We'll end things off here. He likes Manny Malhotra a lot. Answer me this. Why do you like him a lot? But he's also saying he's not sure there's a Patterson whisperer out there anymore. No, that's the truth. You know what? I was trying to say it was Malhotra, the next coach. But again, I'm going to have to double down and say, no, there's no Patterson whisperer out there. It's got to be on that guy. It's got to be on that guy. How good does that guy want to be? How much work does he want to put in? How accountable does he want to be? Does he want to feel? Again, Patterson, if you listen to this, you're not playing for the Canucks. You're playing for the Vancouver Canucks. Take on the city's dreams, okay? Feed off of it and work hard. Work hard. We got an educated fan base here. I know stuff happens. Stuff happens. It's hard to win. But if you work hard and there's less stories about you being out of shape, there's going to be less BS. Simple math. But honestly, quite frankly, again, Patrick Alvin bringing it up again a couple days ago, there's no excuse. I know you had tendonitis, but it's got to be better than what you showed up in September. Because that corrupted the whole team. It really did. It really did. Because Miller got mad at you, and y'all couldn't fix your relationship, and you guys were trying to be stars on The Biggest Loser, trying to get the weight situation and the fitness situation sorted out, and not being stars on a team that had Quinn Hughes on it. Unreal. JT Miller turned into Jillian Michaels, trying to get Patterson back in shape. They're focused on that, not focused on winning. Like, is there an alternate world? And I wrote about this on me and Trevor have a Substack coming out. We're going back and forth about it, and I'm like, yo. You're telling me it was all about fitness? You're telling me it was all about Patterson's shape? Like, was there not a world where these two just got together and was like, you know what? Fuck you. You came lazy this summer. I don't appreciate that. Right? I'm 32 years old. I'm a superstar. I'm trying to win right now. And you showing up like this. Puck you. But hey, let's try winning now. Right? Let's try winning now. Was there a world where Miller and the Canucks could have got Patterson into game shape by December, whether it be because of the physical side of things or just the mental side of things? How did it all break apart? Because fitness. Health is wealth, man. I'm going for a run tomorrow. My name's Kyle Bound, KYLEBHAWAN. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I should be talking to my girlfriend right now, but I'm talking to you. Where's the round of applause button for me? Okay, come on, man. Hey, man. I always say this, man. Before she was there, the Canucks were there. Loyalty over royalty. Yeah, she's the queen of my life. But she ain't one of us. Go Canucks, go. What type of comment is this? I was trying to sign out here. This guy's saying my girlfriend cheers for the Oilers. Bro, you calling my girlfriend a... Wait till I see your face, man.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.